welcome back to another episode of Day Sports. We're not so much about the X's and O's, but the show and goes. Tom, how the bloody hell are you, mate? It's been a great weekend of sport.
I'm highly aroused. That's what I am. After fucking Lions got up, the Brisbane Broncos get up into another GF. Ready to break my heart yet again for the third time in the last 10 years. But yeah, no, stoked.
Shout out to the Brisbane Broncos girls getting it done on Sunday as well. They're through to the GF as well. So just all round top tier stuff for Brisbane. After that win on Sunday, I had to go in for a piss and I walked in and I was going to be like, who else is rock hard right now? But I was like, there's a chance someone takes this the wrong way and all of a sudden we're brawling in urinals. And I was like, I've had too big of a weekend to be dealing with that sort of thing. But I was on like I said last week, was at a wedding on Saturday. So the amount of people there, because the wedding started around the time that the AFL started. Not that I really follow the AFL, but the amount of people there are just like, check their phone, a little smartwatch, little check, see what's going on. And like I said, I don't follow it at all, but I do know that it seems like the Brisbane Lions, they just like, they'll stick with the team and then they'll just blow them out of the water. It seems to be something that I've seen time and time again with them. So when I saw they were kind of like evens around like half time, I was like, nah, they'll be right. And sure enough, check back, they're ahead like 12 points. Check back again, 20, 30 points. I'm like, bang, thanks for coming. Yeah. Apparently they were underdogs as well, which is...
Yeah, they were going into the match. Well, they were underdogs going in to play Collingwood as well.
Yeah, right.
So... Yeah, I was working Saturday and I was just listening to that on, like, because I got Bluetooth earmuffs.
Yeah.
I was doing this fix out and I was like, I said to Pud, because I was working with him, I was like,
Oh.
I think we're missing like a worldie of a grand final right now by the sounds of it on the radio, because they said that's the only first grand final to be, the scores to be tied at halftime since 1906 or something of the sort.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it was a hell of a match. Lions ran away sort of in that third quarter, which doesn't really reflect the game, I don't think. But yeah, nonetheless, they put a pounding on the old Cats.
Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, I guess. Before we jump into everything, make sure you do hit that Jake Jabroyevich button, hit that thumbs up. It goes a long way on YouTube. Shout out to all the new subscribers that have jumped on board recently as well. Appreciate all the support. Go follow on Instagram, TikTok, socials. Like, you'll find it all. Go suss it all out. Appreciate it all. Obviously, we got a bit of a recap, Tom, of the third round of finals for the Rugby League. Obviously a preview, but we're going to have a bit of Dally M chat as well, because that's coming up on Wednesday. But I reckon we just jump straight into week 3 review, really. We jump in a little bit of Storm Sharks action.
Yeah, can't say I watched an awful lot of this game, to be honest. I had a did I send you that multi that I cashed out for like
you did.
$12 to put on a horse when it ended up would have won because it got up. Would have won a couple $100. I'm a fucking idiot for that. But I didn't really have, I sort of was trying to keep one eye on this game, but I was busy playing poker, to be honest. So I was a bit preoccupied. But from what I could sort of see, Storm will never really lose in that game. They were in control the whole 80 minutes. And I don't think the score reflects what could have and I think should have been a bit more of a blowout.
Yeah, no, 100%. I barely got to watch it as well. I had to drop my girlfriend to a friend's like bridal hotel thing, whatever, the night before the wedding sort of thing where they were staying. So I was basically just listening, driving there, just like, so I basically listened to it on the radio for a lot of it, but you're right, it sounds like they pretty much had control. Got to watch, a fair chunk of the ending and whatever else, but it seems like for the Storm, like their stars they stood up. Like, Paps, Hughes, Money, and obviously Harry Grant it seems like grabbed that game by the horns and just went, yes, we're just going to guide this one through. And with the score, like you said, they let Kale Iro score in the 80th minute, like right at the death, like whistle's gone, Kale Iro's gone over. I reckon Bellyache would have been fucking blowing up even letting that one try, and like game sealed, doesn't matter, but I don't know if that's a good sign for the Storm though, letting in stuff like that. But the
game was done, really, wasn't it? So it didn't really matter.
Still something to it. But what summed up, and it's been a bit of a back and forth this year with Sharks fans on the old socials, and some people they wonder why we, or probably more so myself, have
more
quite
so you,
distaste. Nah, and it literally is not deep at all. There's no rhyme or reason. Like, it wasn't even so much last year. Like, last year was the Dragons that I didn't like. But this season, the Sharks just let me down too many times playing. I think it was like Titans. Games like that where you're like, yeah, 1,000% should win. And they would fucking shit the bed when I've tipped them. So I just went on it. Was like, nah, not happening. But what pretty much summed up this game, I think they were in real good attacking areas where they're still in it. Like, I think they're in the 20 or even the 10 potentially. And Nico Hines has just dropped it cold.
Yeah, had a fair old look up and fumbles McGee.
Yeah, he didn't like what was coming at him, and I'm not trying to shit on Nico, but I think that pretty much summed up what was going on and where they're at and how Sharks kind of go in those type of games.
Yeah.
And then you got fucking Jerome Hughes coming back in. Jeez,
Who looked awfully unencumbered by that arm injury, so he looked absolutely fine.
Well, they had, I don't know who the commentator was. I'd like to say it was Blocker, but I don't think it was. They probably kept him away from the finals calls, but they were going through
he called the Broncos game. Blocker had the Broncos game.
There you go. Well, obviously, I was at it.
Just to touch on that, how the fuck does Blocker, I get great player in his day, whatnot, rah. The bloke has no analysts of rugby league. Like, I'm just going to go flat out and say he doesn't get footy. For one,
he's not a wordsmith either, is he?
Yeah, he's not a wordsmith, that's for sure. But he just doesn't add anything to the commentary. So I don't know if he's got nudes of Foxtel's like head producers or some shit like that that's keeping him in a job. But
he's got PVL dick pics laying around.
Fucking rid of Blocker.
And it's just, I don't know, I think particularly in this day and age, not trying to be super woke and, this, that and everything, but when you've got a whole lot of people from all over the world playing, but particularly from your Pacific Islands and whatever else, and you're rolling out with some of the things Blocker comes out with, like, you're not going to nail it every single time, and that's okay, but it's kind of your job at the same time. You're not going to smash every single Mark Nwangi Tuase out of the park, but when you can't get Dallin with Tenny Zalesniak right, who's been in the NRL for a bloody lifetime at this stage, what the time to go, big block?
Because I don't know whether it was rugby league. I think it was rugby league that they do. I'm pretty sure they do it because there was like some of the Junior Paulo. It was like Junior Paulo and stuff like that. Yeah. I think they sent out videos to the broadcasters in the preseason of different pronunciation, like for like every single player in that team, white, black, purple, pink, brown, pronouncing their names. For that exact reason, because everything just kept getting butchered in the commentary, which they're not to know, I guess, like without doing big research into each and every single player who has a bit of a tricky pronunciation. So if you can't do that, like if clubs are doing that, and if broadcasters, commentators can't fucking just spend a little bit of time on their big coin contracts to learn some players' names, then bruh, come on.
Yeah, you don't have much to stand on. And look, I'm not saying that Blocker needs to go immerse himself deep into Samoan culture, go live over there and get all the ins and outs. But, when you're getting paid that sort of coin, and even if it's not right at the start of the season, like surely throughout the season, I keep getting these wrong. Maybe I need someone to sit down and maybe go through these a little bit with me, one of the boys. But yeah, Hughesy, like there was the one that he scored. Well, actually, no, what I was trying to say before this actually. They're talking about the surgery, like how quickly he's come back. And they're talking about he's got like plates in his arm. He's got bloody magnetics in there. He's got robotics in there. I was like, bloody hell, what's this bloke's arm made out of at this stage? He obviously had the big cast thing on there as well, but it was that play. It was kind of standstill, not much doing. All of a sudden, bang, burners go on. He just splits through, hits someone that don't argue with that arm and goes over himself when nothing was happening. You're like, shit. he's ready to fire. And I forgot who it was. I don't know. Someone screamed out of the line and cleaned him up early in that game. You're like, that could have been bad, but he took it, got back up. They scored off it, actually. I think Will Warbrick went over for his first try. It might have been that play. I forgot who cleaned him up, but yeah, he seems to be all right, or at least,
Well, they said apparently
he's
got super heavy-duty screws and plates holding it together.
They were talking, they got like fucking magnetic shit in there, like some shit's holding everything together. But yeah, it's a little bit daunting having Hughes, but at the same time, you know what? Fuck it, Storm. I want them at full strength. The only thing missing is Big Nels, bro. Put him in for the finals.
Yeah, put Nels in for the big GF.
Free Nelly, bro.
Give us a little free 10 in the bin there, Craig.
Yeah, nice little something. But no. So yeah, obviously through to the grand final now for Storm. 2 years in a row. Like, I don't know. I had my doubts throughout the season, but they definitely got. I'd like to say, finals footy's finals footy, but they got the easiest side of the draw. They had the run of the draw. Like, they had to beat. Who'd they beat? They beat the Doggies.
They beat the Doggies once, and then they beat
into the finals.
They beat Doggies and beat Sharks.
Yeah. Who, well, we all know no one gave the Sharks a chance. They did very well to even make it as far as they did. Doggies were limping into final series. Like, Galvin Gate happened. And you're
seeing what Penrith done to, you're seeing what Penrith done to the Dogs in week 2 of the finals. Yeah, there wasn't much happening there. So they were never going to compete with Melbourne for one. If any, there was only 3 teams in that. I guess you could say Canberra, 4 teams, but I would have said Broncos was maybe the Sharkies could have got it done on their day. Could have had a win on the day, but also very unlikely.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. So, but I feel like that kind of plays into our hands a little bit, Tom. Like, Storm are going to be good, regardless, but they haven't quite had to go through the same shit that our Broncos have had to go through to get there. Like, we've gone through the fucking gauntlet to get to that grand final. So let's get into yesterday's game while we're still hot, heavy, and horny about it, Tom. So I went to this one, obviously there at Old Suncorp, and the atmosphere there, I would almost put it on par with if not, I wouldn't say it's better, but it was right up there with an Origin decider. Like, it was just fucking unreal. I don't know if it would have come across the TV the same, but how loud it was, and it was just hectic.
Yeah, you couldn't really, you could tell it was loud. You could tell it was absolutely rocking up at Suncorp. Whereas I was talking to my old boss who was there since he goes to every game, and he reckons it was better than Origin. He reckons the atmosphere was better than being at Origin. Yeah,
it'd be hand in hand for me. I've been to my fair share of Origins as well there, and yeah, that was, and I went to the 23 final series, so I went to so many games that year. Yeah, no, I was there for that.
Was that Go Dozer year? No, that wasn't Go Dozer.
No, that was 22. I was there for Go Dozer as well, but 23, I was there for I went to a ridiculous amount of games, but I was there for the first week of finals where we thumped Storm, and then I was there for against the Warriors. So I've been to these sort of games before, and this was just on a whole nother level. Now, I will openly admit, and we both kind of did last week coming up to this game, that we were fucking scared of this game. It wasn't what we wanted at all.
Hold on.
I'm going to lose my job. That's what you're trying to pull off.
No, it's not the one.
Nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky, I'm a little bit weak. I don't get...
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't get nervous, but yeah.
I don't get nervous.
And a lot fed into that. One, they fed us at Magic Round. We've got a bit of a hoodoo with them. Everything that happened in the 2023, but just the hot run that Penrith have been on, and there's no better team in the finals, and you're telling me we're going to fucking play them? So, outside I was going, yeah, the boys, and obviously, confident, in the ability the boys have, and, our form coming into it, but, that whole week leading up to it, I don't think I've been that anxious for fucking ages. I was stressing. I couldn't get it out of my mind. I just wanted it to be Sunday and over with.
As soon as we beat Canberra, I looked at the pyramid scheme ladder that it shows you the draw, and I was like, oh fuck, opposite side of the we stay on that side of the draw, opposite side of the draw. Penrith play who did they play? The Warriors, and then they played the Doggies. They played the Doggies. I was like, well, Penrith win. Well, they already had beat Warriors, and then I was like, Penrith are going to beat Dogs. We're playing Penrith in a week's time, which scared the absolute life out of me for 2 weeks. I've been having anxiety over that for the last 2 weeks, and it all just came crashing down in that first half when we were 14-0 down, and we couldn't string a fucking set together. It was a worry.
I think we knew that game was coming for weeks out. I think that's what, like you said, made it so much worse. You sit there just going, don't let it be them, don't let it be them. And I really tried to back the Doggies in, and then they just got fucking thumped. And I'm like, okay, we're going to have to go through them. But yeah, you're right. Like sitting there for that first half, I was just getting so frustrated. Part of that as well, I just felt like the ref, and I'm not going to go, oh, fucking ref this, that, and everything, but I just felt like the ref was letting them get away with a lot of, like, both teams are doing shit, but I felt like they were getting away with a lot more, and we were getting the fucking whistle blown. It was just getting frustrated, and it just seemed like we're really, like, trying to go tit for tat for them, like, try to play their game with them, which we just know isn't going to work, and they started to suffocate us. You saw, like, the repeat sets, the boys starting to get tired, they put a couple tries on, you start going, fuck. Like, other teams, like we did with Canberra and what we've done throughout the season, the comeback, like, yeah, we can do it, but Penrith's a whole nother fucking beast.
Had you seen, sorry to jump in there, have you seen Beak talking about any of the footy today?
Yeah, I think I've watched most of it.
Like, about, apparently Madge had said we're not going to go with them, pretty much. Like, they're going to outdo us in the first half. It's what's going to happen. Like, we just accept it. We just have to stay close enough to them. We just can't let them get too far away. Like, we have to stay close enough to them because we're going to run them down.
Well, that's what I was
apparently he was like that confident in it.
He knew, yeah. Well, and I said it to you before going into the game, though. Even though I was stressed about it, I was like, thinking about Madge and what he was able to do with the Blues, I was like, you know what? As far as a coach to fucking go into this game, I'm happy to have Madge on our side because the dude knows his way around a big game like this. I think I messaged you. I might have messaged Kyle. I was like, we just need to make it to half time at this stage. Like, we're getting tired, but I was like, if we can make it a half time, regroup, get fucking Demon Madge from 2014 Rabbitohs fame back out in the sheds just to spray the boys like nothing else. And then it all came together. But I was sitting there fucking just so frustrated into that second half, well, into the end of the first, just thinking of like how the fuck Penrith have come this far. Like, what was it, 12 rounds in, they were last, looked like they were gone for all money throughout the season, and then went on this ridiculous run. I was like, how the fuck has this happened again? We're going to get a Penrith Storm Grand Final. I was literally sitting there like, I'm
Penrith
not fucking watching it
They
next
probably
week.
would have been favourites going into that Grand Final as well.
100%. I was sitting there like, I'm fucking not even going to watch it. I can't deal with being beaten by these cunts again. And, oh, fuck, I was getting so mad. And, like, there was people walking around, like, you could barely walk through Suncorp Stadium. And you got people fucking walking with, like, this on their phones, like, bumping in. Everyone's like, bruh, a bit of eyes up footy would go a long way while I'm carrying the 4 rums.
I don't know. 2 things I probably took out of that first. Like, if Alamotti hadn't got into that last try before halftime, I would have been, because that would have been 8-0. Yeah, 8-0 at halftime. I still would have been like, I would have quietly been still very confident at 8-0. But 14-0 down, I was like, fuck. I know we've been coming back, but I don't think we even have this in us against Penrith.
And the thing as well, actually, speaking of Paul Alamotti, what a fucking run that dude's been on. He was problematic. But there wasn't signs of us, like, sparking a life. Like, I messaged you, like, saying it just looks like there's too many cooks in the kitchen at the moment. Like, too many people trying to get their hands on the ball. And I don't know, just the whole Ben Hunt Renault thing, it just doesn't seem to run as smoothly. It ended up working out, obviously, but it just wasn't running as smoothly. Reece wasn't getting as much time on the ball. So I was just starting to get a bit like, oh, fuck, what's going on here? Staggs, again, though, just an absolute gun. That bloke has no quit in him at all. Like, he just goes, boys, let's go the whole way. But from
I don't know about you. Like, I reckon the 2 biggest things I took out of that first half was that our control, especially, like, we had, you know, like, very un-Penrith-like mistakes. Like, I think they had 2 drop balls or whatever, like, on their line pretty much, within their 20. And we just cooked it twice, 2 or 3 times in a row. Like, we just, like, I think Mariner went into touch, Big Zave fucking dropped the ball.
Yeah,
and
he was going over too.
Yeah, I don't know about going over. I think
he was
Liam Henry
like,
was pretty much
over,
into his ribs. But yeah, like, I think he would have won that one-on-one battle if he just caught the ball. But, you know, like, we just absolutely wasted opportunity. And we sort of let Cleary dictate terms, I reckon, like, especially watching on TV. It just looked like that man had probably 3 things, sorry. I'd say quick play to balls as well. They were making, Penrith were making 60 metres a fucking set. Like, they were lightning fast without, no matter how well we kicked and made the first chase and tackles in the first, first and second tackle, they were somehow still getting onto our 40 every single set, which was ridiculous. And then Cleary just had all the time in the world to do quite literally whatever the fuck he wanted. There was no kick pressure, like, at all.
We gave him so much time. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, to be fair, the boys were quite gassed. But, yeah, like, in that first half, we gave him so much time. Like, we, like I said, were struggling to even get out of our 40 most of the time. Like, we were kicking. That's why Renault and Reese, I think, a few times. There was one that Reese, people thought he'd shanked it, but it was this close, and Edwards just kept it in. You're like, oh, they really could have turned. Like, they were trying so hard to turn it. But
that Dozer one... Oh my god!
Yeah, I know. We all thought that it had gone over, and then they're like, "Nah, it wasn't." We're like, "Fuck Christ!" It was what we needed. But then the second half though started obviously, and you just started to see the tides turning. Like, we started to make the meters. We started to be able to hold them down on their set. They weren't making the same meters anymore, and you're like, okay, we're fucking coming for them now. And then for Broncos to go through and end the Panthers dynasty. Chef's kiss. That felt so fucking good. Like, like, it was just next level thing. But Reese, when he missed that kick, I was just,
I was like, we're not going to lose to these pricks. Because was that that was to get within 2.
Yeah, that was to get within 2.
I was like, we're really going to lose by 4 to these blokes because you watched us get a penalty or something within kicking distance and we can't take it now.
Yeah.
And like 2-point field goals off the table as well. I was like, fuck me, Reese. Like, you're next to the post, bro.
I could have kicked that, I reckon, most of the time. I reckon I could nearly kick that most of the time. Like, it definitely wasn't the hardest kick. And he's got a couple of those in him too. But it was so obvious as well, though, Renault.
Well, considering the first one went all of 6 foot in the air and nearly missed as well from right in front.
And then, what's it called? Renault, clearly his leg's not 100%. Like, he really wasn't doing that much kicking. Obviously, wasn't goal kicking. I think we all knew that as well, but it was just kind of doubled down on that. Yeah, that was just so stressful. Like, that period of time. But just when the tides started turning, though, you're just like, oh, we could well and truly get back in this. And then, a little bit of Reese brilliance. Some of the hands that the boys showed. Tyson Smoothie. I forgot what happened. He had one moment there.
Bro, he had a game, Tyson Smoothie. Yeah, he was unreal.
Played fucking... But there was like a worldie of a pickup he had. I was like, fuck, he needs to be in the Australian cricket team with the hands.
I said that to Lenny. I said that was a slip. No, it was a kick from... It was a kick from Cleary.
That came through.
It was a grubber that came through. After... It was after we had just had a repeat set. Yeah, it come through. I was like... Put Smoothie in that fucking second slip.
Mate actually had some hands, and then I want to get to a few more players, but like for Dino getting over, he showed hell of an effort to get there too. Fucking Dean Mariner. Actually, shout out to both the wingers. Like, I think Caraponi and Dino handled themselves really, really well. They were great under the high ball. Reese was good under the high ball. I can't really think really that we gave up any mistakes, which has been a bit iffy for us.
I was a bit worried about Carapani because obviously he's not the greatest. He's probably our weakest link under the high ball. Like, that's very, very obvious. Like, he does have few mistakes under high ball in him. Which obviously Penrith would just kick into it. They kicked to him that whole game. Yeah. To try to exploit him under the high ball. But yeah, he held solid and held it together for us. I could have ripped Shibasaki's head off for that escort. I think it was in the second half.
Yeah, there was a bad one there at one point.
I was like, you fucking serious? Especially because, like, Targo was never getting there. He didn't even jump. I was so off.
And all you need is just that little bump and they'll call it. And coming into this, I didn't know Sheba shaving his goatee was a good or bad omen. I was like, I'm real superstitious about shit like that. So I see stuff. Renault shaving his beard till I'm like... I don't know, but then in my head I'm like, he's trying to go back to 2014 Renault? That's what it is. It might have been a little bit of something like, that's what I fucking beat these dogs. One person I want to speak, actually, speaking of Renault though, the fucking man stepping up to that tee to take that kick though, like after Reese has had a bloody shocker, Renault stepping up, my captain to go, yeah, I fucking got this. I did not want to watch the kick. I was like sitting there like, heart in my mouth.
It was swinging across the front as well. Then it just like, it was curling and then just like held, just stayed straight. I was like, oh my God.
And then
we're going to
seeing
win.
those flags go up, the whole crowd just went wild. But even then, there was probably like, 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes ago. A long time to go.
3 minutes. It was like 3 minutes 30. And the old boy was like, I think he texts you and he's texting fucking everyone.
As he is.
Broncos are going to win. Like, I'm like, there's fucking 3 minutes left, mate. Like,
Yeah.
settle. There's
And
a
you
long
got
time
Nathan
left against
Cleary.
Penrith. Yeah.
And you got Nathan Cleary, who's fucking gunning.
Which I don't know why he didn't just run back to the 40 initially on that play. I don't know whether he really thought he must have thought he had more time than what he did, because he was trying to get one more play off before obviously sending it back to the 40 to have a crack. But shout out to Payne Haas in that play for...
Oh,
The boys just played 80 minutes and he's led the charge on the charge down and made the tackle on Cleary.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Edwards,
super-
when he got the ball, though, I
superhuman
was
effort.
like, that fucker can kick a ball too. But from
It was
from
dead
the
on
angle
line
that
as
was
well. It was middle,
Yeah, I know.
middle of the goalpost. He just
Yeah.
didn't catch it that sweet.
When I saw who got it, I was like, "Oh, that's not great." But I'm about to get the pain because I'm about to give him the biggest glazing of all time in a second. But how about fucking bit of Nathan Cleary getting a bit hot under the collar there during that game? Bloody
Little cheeky jab.
little fucking says man.
Cop that, Jodzera.
Look, the other week I was saying about Reece Walsh's headbutt. I'm like, if you call that a headbutt, you're dreaming. And I'm going to go the same way with this
Yeah,
one.
if you
Like,
call that a punch, you do.
if you call that a punch, you're dreaming. Did he punch him? Did Walsh headbutt him? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd like
but-
to say. But, like,
But.
nothing to it. If anything, though, like, I was surprised. Well, I thought someone was going to get sent off for that. Particularly
I thought Liam Martin
coming
would've
in,
gone.
though.
100%.
Liam Martin should have
100%.
fucking been gone. That was, like, dude came in literally swinging third man in. Like, that should have been.
Yeah,
That should have been that, but props to the ref, I suppose. Well, actually, fuck it. But at least he let
Quickest
that play on,
backflip.
but yeah, yeah. Call me DCE. But then Payne Haas, he must have been running on the absolute premium fuel in this game because Christ, like
toilet water.
whatever they gave him before that game, like a couple of weeks ago, looking gone for money with an ankle or whatever else, to come out, bust out 80 minutes of the best in the middle there, ran like a truck ton of meters, didn't miss a single fucking tackle. Like, I think, and I've seen interviews of him talking about it, might have been a week or two ago, Michael Chamis or whoever, he seems so hell-bent on getting back to that grand final and winning a premiership.
Yeah.
You're going to need a tank to stop that bloke. Like, fuck,
Speaking of,
he's
you don't
on a
know what they.
warpath.
Speaking of, you don't know what they gave him. Of Brisbane Lions fame, Cam Rayner. So it turns out he was crook going into that game. I'm assuming you don't know who Cam Rayner is, but
I know
boy
who he
was
is, yeah.
sick. He was sick going into that game that no one knew. And the commentators asked him after the game, they're like, what was that concoction of different things that got run out to you during the game? He's like, oh yeah, I was actually like been crook this week and was like crook today. They ran him out a concoction of Red Bull, salt pills, and no dose.
Yeah, they'll do it.
So maybe Payne might have taken a little leaf out of Cam Rayner's book and been running on Red Bull, salt, and no dose.
Fuck yeah. But if Payne Haas wins a ring on Sunday, he's the greatest prop to ever do it. I already think he's the best to ever do it, but that will just be the cherry on top. Like, he's not a person, bro. He is a machine. There's no doubt in my mind. Like,
I am the machine.
Major Pain is what
Major
was
pain,
going on. So,
yeah.
I got so much time for it. And then one thing I noticed at the end of the game, I think it was like when Reece got the ball, he's like running towards the sideline, belts it over. And then I came back and I watched like the highlights and the interviews and whatever else. And as that's happening, Payne Haas is standing there just like screaming like it's like full blown, like a
Bit of Hulk
madman.
Hogan moment waiting for
Yeah,
him to
bit
rip
of-
his jersey.
He looked like he was about to go Super Saiyan Payne Haas. Like, that's how he was screaming. And then he just gives Corey Jensen the biggest dap I've ever seen in my life. And I'd like to get a welfare check on Corey Jensen's hand. That might have broke it. That,
My strong hand.
Holy Christ. Like, Payne Haas, it might have been Pakes or someone, it might have been Dozer after as well. And I'm like, oh, that would hurt. That
But
would hurt
there's
so much.
like, as much as Melbourne went through the same sort of thing as the Broncos did the year before, like there's going to be a number of players in that team who are hell-bent on getting redemption and winning a premiership. A number of them have already won premierships. So the way I look at it is that, like, blokes, yes, Renault's won a premiership with Rabbitohs, but this is different. Like, this shit's different. Like, Payne Haas, Paddy Carrigan, Jordan Ricky, Katoni Staggs, Reese, Ezra, Ben Hunt, especially 10-year anniversary.
That's a separate even thing. You know, you got all those boys from the 23.
What day was the 2015?
You got all those boys from the 2023 Grand Final, and then I think in a separate category, then you got Ben Hunt. Like, he's on his own mission, bro.
Oh, here's me going like, it's going back to the exact day that Ben Hunt lost the Grand Final. No, it's Sunday the 4th. So this is the 5th. It's a day later. But yeah, but there's a lot of guys there who don't have a ring and who are hell bent on making rights from wrongs that happened in 2023.
Oh yeah, I think at the top of that list you got Ben Hunt and Payne Haas. Honestly, it seems like those two are just.
I think Renault as well,
but
because Renault, I think somewhat
he's
fucked
got
out.
one, I suppose, but
yeah, he's got one, but I think he also somewhat fucked out 2023 Grand Final, but from a few silly mistakes.
Oh, actually, speaking of
dropouts.
which, yeah, I'm about to talk about dropouts real quick, and then we'll move on to some of the other stuff that we want to talk about. But why? And look. Last I checked, I'm not fucking Madge Maguire. I know fuck all about rugby league, but why the fuck do we keep going to the short dropout? We're not a team that is a short dropout team. If you got your Xavier Coates, your Lomax, your Mark Nwangi Tuases, all that, fucking short dropout all you like. Our guys aren't the worst in the air, but we definitely aren't those guys. And when has it ever worked out for us, particularly against Penrith?
We literally
have we won one ever?
Fucking off short dropouts, do we? Like, I don't know why they don't. Our defense has been solid for the last, I don't know how many.
It's been really
prime example as well. You can only be kicking to Xavier Coates or Will Warbrick. Two absolute monsters in the fucking air, and we got no one to get up there with them. There's a reason Katoni Staggs was giving away penalties running Xavier Coates off the ball weeks ago. Because we got no fucking aerial numbers. We got no Boeing 77s like Melbourne do who get right up there in the air.
Yeah, there's no air coats screaming by. So yeah, I swear to Christ, if we go back to that during the grand final, something might pop in my brain. That might do me in.
I don't mind what Reece done.
Belt it towards the sideline.
Just belt it towards the sideline.
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Because you're playing if you belt it hard, low, like shitty, grubbery, like you know what I mean. Good chance knock on, good chance of it bouncing back off something, or just going out and we get the ball back. Like happy days. That's the play if you want to do that. Or bang, here Reece, kick it 60 metres and let's just defend the fuck out of this. Like belt this thing as far as you can. So, but we're gonna move on.
So like they all go short drop out, left, right. Okay. Yeah. Why are we not short dropping out straight ahead on the 20? Like,
well, literally.
I feel like they should play there. Get some jet like fucking Ezra or Dean Mariner coming straight through the guts, or even Reece. Just do a short drop out on the 20-metre line. They're going to get there. Just put it there.
Yeah, well, literally.
I feel like that's your best opportunity to get the ball back.
My options, go for the sideline, those shitty hard kicks, or just belt it, honestly.
Kick it long.
But yeah, and then obviously Snoop D-O-double-G did his thing. It's so funny hearing the oldies fucking complain about him over the weekend. But
this is
rugby leagues, rugby leagues, entertainment, old Teddy Swims. Start to think.
Oh, yep. Oh, fuck, you've been hanging around Teddy Swims.
I'm starting to think he might not be coming because there's all these articles that he's pulling shows all over the place. He went out the other day. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think he performed like 2 songs, went off stage. He pretty much put his doctor's note up on his stories and whatever else. And he's like cancelled all these shows around the time of the grand final. Is that A, because he's double booked, or Tom, is he doing the same thing that we've been to a gazillion festivals and concert? The same thing that the American acts do all the time. Yeah, headline and swear, and then couple days out. Yeah, no, not coming actually. Sorry about it. Got sick, swear. Nowhere to be seen.
Literally,
I don't know if that's what's happening.
Chance the rapper of, I'm sick, bruh. Can't come to Splendor Fame, and then is like playing a festival in America or something like the day after or the day of Splendor.
Why do I feel like I know where you're going to go for a suggestion?
You already know where I'm going for a suggestion.
I think I know, but
if
Teddy
hear
Swims
me
can't
out,
make
everyone.
it.
If Teddy Swims isn't coming to the NRL Grand Final, you best believe there's only one act. I wouldn't even call them a band. There is one act group that I'd be getting, and it would be
For my people in the front.
I knew.
in the nosebleed section. NRL, do what's right. Get the A-list replacements of music groups in Australia. Give me Hilltop Hoods for the NRL Grand Final.
Yeah, I have so much time for that. Let's bust out the big guns. That just
I feel
hits
like
the right demographic too.
It caters to a wide audience. The kids love it.
does.
The middle-aged
Yeah.
women love it. The blokes who used to wear anti-skate shoes love it. Just get us Hilltop Hoods to the NRL Grand Final.
And you know what? They would fucking do it too. And they'd do it
They
right.
so would.
And
They
they
so
just, oh, they would. I'm hearing
But
it now.
if they do the NRL Grand Final, we have to have a... You know how they did that video for Chance at Splendor when they're like,
yeah.
Teddy, Chance is pulled out? We can't play it. We can't learn his songs. Our
It would
songs.
be-
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, get us
It'd be
Hilltop
top tier, and I want it. Because if not, they're just going to bust Shepard out. We all know this. So yeah, Hilltop would save us.
Geronimo on repeat.
Yeah,
Oh,
save
did
us.
you- Was Sneaky Sound System playing before the footy?
I didn't make it before then. Well, the girls were playing, so yeah, I'm not really too sure. Maybe.
No, it was in between. It must have been in between the girls. And because I heard it on the radio, like literally on the way home. So it must have been about 3:30.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would have been only just kind of getting into the stadium at that stage. No, actually, I'm not going to talk about that. That's right. But yeah, Hilltop would save us. Dally M's Wednesday night, Tom. I love the Dally M night. It is such a good night. It's nice. It's good. I don't know. Like I seen all the boys dressed up in the drip. Ezra, maybe keep the sleeveless suits at home. Don't know if he got an invite this year, but
Probably not from his track record at the start of the year. I don't think he's getting an invite to NRL functions anytime soon.
yeah,
but
not
yeah,
too many awards nights. But I think we should go through the nominations. I looked back on our old videos. We forgot to, because we were going to do this at the start of the season. I think we just never got the chance to it. But we're going to go through who's nominated for each thing and who we think's going to win it. So we'll just jump into all that. I looked back at our top 8 prediction. Fuck, some of those aged terribly. That's
for
sure.
one, you had the Titans. I think I had South Sydney in there, which
Well, I didn't come last.
well, yeah, I had South Sydney in there, but I feel like they could be a little bit forgiven there. That they had one of the worst injury plagues to hit the NRL.
The Renault curse. All right, but let's just jump into this. We start off with fullback here, so the nominations. But yeah, let's go. So fullback, so you got KO.
You don't even need to go any further with this. Teddy wins fullback of the year. Let's just skip on to the
Teddy.
next. I
As
feel
much
like
as I like Walshy.
everyone knows these names are engraved on the trophy. Just give it to Teddy.
Centres, we've got Casey McLean, Herbie Farnworth, Critter, Rob Toyer, and Stags.
Is Casey McLean in? He's not rookie of the year contention, is he? No.
I think you got Critter.
Who was the nominations again?
So you got Casey, Herbie, Critter, Rob Toyer, and Stags.
I'm gonna go with the boy Katoni.
I'm going with Katoni as well. Well, they'll pick 2. Obviously.
Pick 2. It's gonna be between Herbie and Katoni. That's it. So
Yeah, I agree. I think Critter's lock. I would have, for the majority of the season, had Herbie, but for injuries and then the way that Katoni's... I think Katoni's gone fucking ridiculous this year. So yeah, Critter and Katoni for me as well. Like Rob Toyer's had a good one, but we can get to him maybe a little bit later. Winger, I think these ones pick themselves. You got Marky Mark, Kiraz, Coates, Savage, Lomax, Marky Mark, and Coates. Bang. Thanks for coming.
So they do give 2 wingers of the year and centers of the year.
Yeah, well, they picked like the full team.
Team,
You know
that's
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, obviously Marky Mark and Coates done.
Yep,
quite
5'8". I think this is
simply
another one that's pretty
obvious
easy.
that.
You got Money, Strange, and Burton.
I'm saying Ethan Strange.
He could be a smoky. I was thinking that, but I think the money man. Surely you got to go the money man.
I
This
don't
is
know.
one
I still reckon Ethan Strange has had the better year. I feel like Mad Dog's been pretty old quiet.
Well, let's hope he doesn't full blown turn it up this week.
Yeah.
This one I'm a little bit uncertain of. For halfback, you got Cleary, Fogarty, and Katoa.
It's
I'm
between.
almost
It's
leaning
between.
towards
It's
Fogarty.
between. It's really. I was going to say it's between
Yeah.
Katoa and Cleary. That's where I'm sitting with it. I think
'Cause-
Cleary will still take it out in the sense that they come from last to making.
Yeah.
To being within like 3 minutes of a fucking another grand final. So, yeah, I'm going to back Nathan there. I reckon.
Hooker, we got Appy Coruscant, Blake Brayley, and Tom Starling.
Blake Brayley.
I got Brayley as well. He's had an unreal year. Starling, honestly, a close second, but Brayley for me.
Yeah.
Props, we've got.
I'd be
Adam
happy with
Fanua-Blake.
either Starling or Brayley winning that award.
Yeah, I think
they've
either
both
or.
been terrific.
Prop forwards, we got AFB, Adam Fanua-Blake, Big Papali'i, Stefano Haas, and Terrell May. Haas
Terrell
is a
May
lock.
and Haas.
You reckon? I'm almost like, give it to Big Papa. Give me a bit of Big Papa Haas action, baby. That's what I'd like to see. Second rows, Gussie Crichton, Eli Katoa, Huddy Young, Liam Martin, and Leka.
Oh, tough category.
I reckon Huddy
Can you
Young
read him out
and
again,
Eli
sorry?
Katoa. So
Yeah,
we got
sorry, Eli
Gussie
Katoa.
Crichton.
Eli Katoa, 100% will be
Yeah, Eli
lock.
Katoa,
That's a lock.
Then you got
And then
Gus
it's
Crichton.
between-
I reckon not Gus.
Nah, not Gus. It's between Huddy Young and Lecker.
Huddy Young, Liam Martin, Leka.
Nah, Liam Martin put a line through him.
Liam Martin, no Liam Martin. So you got Leka and Huddy.
I'm going to say Huddy.
You just like Leka. I thought you were going to go with Leka.
Lecker be good.
Lecker-
I'm going to touch on it more because I already know he's up for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Lock, we got Aaron Clark, Isaiah Yeo, and Nafahu White.
Isaiah.
Yeah, it's hard to go past Yeo.
Hard to go
Aaron
past,
Clark's
really.
had a fucking year, though.
He has been terrific, but I think Isaiah is just tough to go past.
Rookie of the Year, Tom.
Leka.
Isaiah Iongi, Leka, or Rob Toyer?
Lecker.
It's got to be, right? Surely. I'd almost
He's
go,
like
a lot of people think
single-handedly
Isaiah-
won them games off his back. And he scored some freaky tries for the Wars this year.
I just love a hard running back rower too, so I got a lot of time for old Lecker. Captain of the Year, Teddy Cleary Critter. Are you going Teddy again, or do you reckon Critter?
Teddy, yeah.
Teddy again. I reckon Critter might sneak away with that one. Like, he's been unreal. Coach of the Year, this one,
Madge.
there could be a robbery.
Madge isn't even nominated, is he?
He is.
He is. Yeah, it has to be Madge. Has to be
You
Madge.
reckon?
Has to
Well,
be.
because
Locked.
they only base this off the regular season, though.
Yeah, but did you not see our run towards the finals, bro?
Yeah, I suppose. But you got Serraldo, Madge, and Sticky. I want Stick to get it.
Do you?
I want Sticky. Fuck yes. Like
Oh,
the team
no,
that
minor
was,
premiers. Yeah, I'd say you'd have to give it a sticky.
they were the favourites to be wooden spoons.
Were they actually favourite wooden spoons?
Yeah, they were. Everyone had them, and I think the bookies even had them as favourites. And then to go through, win comfortably the minor premiership. I'd just like to see Sticky get up there and fucking get on the mic as well.
Weak kind of
Always a good
dogs.
chance. And then the last one, I had to Google this one because I didn't really understand it. The Proven Summers Medal. So this is like for sportsmanship essentially. So there's like different moments that would have happened. I don't know what exact moments, but the people nominated: Jerome Luai, Fogarty, Lomax, and Galvin of all people.
Galvin effect. I feel like that's just because he's being bullied at the Tigers that they got to nominate him now.
It's in his clause.
Fuck it, Galvin effect. Give me Galvin.
Galvin effect. I'm gonna go Lomax because I think Lomax was when he helped up, or like that kid that was crying that time, and he kind of like helped him up and gave him a little pep talk. So got a bit of time for that, and I kind of like Lomax. All right, Tom. We're down to the fucking pointiest of pointy ends of the season. Grand final on Sunday. Kickoff is 6:30.
I just wanna-
Queensland time.
I just want to point out there for anyone who doesn't know, which would be everyone, besides if you're in our tipping comp. I did a little Penrith and come from dead diddly last about 8 rounds into the season to hunt down the premiership of the tipping comp. And I'm leading by 3 at the moment. So shout out to Sam for not getting football this weekend and tipping some spud teams because, I've just run away with it. But I suppose he had to tip roughies.
Yeah, well, to be fair, everyone that might have given us shit on videos, there you go. At least you won something. We're not completely fucking off it.
Where am I sitting in the NRL tipping comp? I feel like I'm like 1,000 something, so I'm not that
terrible. It couldn't be terrible. No, you've had a pretty good year for it. At least our old man didn't get the wooden spoon again, or at least I don't think he is. I think he's behind me just, or he's up there. He's up there anyway. He's in top something.
How many is in the whole? I don't know how many is in the whole NRL. What the fuck?
It's like hundreds of thousands.
There's some girl, so some lady, her name's Adele. So she's leading tipping comp of everything.
Yeah.
Of all clubs, all states, all rounds, all months. She's on 158 points. Second is 151.
Christ.
How many rounds was it this year? 27?
30 so far, so it's about to be 31 in the grand final.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, true. So 30. What did I say? 158. Yeah. She's averaged 5.2 tips around.
That's ridiculous.
Which is wild.
There's been some fucking doozy rounds as well.
Gosh, yeah.
But I suppose some of those rounds don't have 8 in it either.
Nah. Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah. GG's for you, Tom. Getting the nice little thing there. I've got to chase up some coin off some people.
Yeah.
It turns out a couple people.
Pay your tick, you bastards.
Hey, don't come up. Well, there's a man for a job. I could probably do it. So, yeah, well, let's get into grand final chat. This has already gone far longer than I kind of intended to, but that's okay because, it's the last one of the year. It's the last game. I think it's 6:30 kickoff here in Queensland. I think daylight savings has kicked in. Double check that, actually, Tom. Can you have a look, see at a little time? Let me
yeah, I'm on it, Brad. World clock. Sydney is 7:05, so no, same.
No, but I think it's on Sunday it changes.
No way.
So it's 6:30 for us. I dare say it's 7:30 in the lesser states.
Yep, starts on the first Sunday in October, so Sunday, October 5th at 2 a.m. local time. Clock's
I know, a thing or two, Tom. But yeah, Broncos versus the Melbourne Storm. I kind of almost wish they just had this one at Suncorp. It'd be a bit unfair for Melbourne, but it'd be better than being out the back of fucking Sydney somewhere. I was kind of floating the idea with Christine's stepdad, just kind of planting the seeds, throwing the line out a little bit like,
do it.
Go have a little flight to bloody Sydney right there. God, there's so much to get through in this. Two things actually for me that are so fucking close to coming true and going all the way through. One, Better, the betting app. If you want to sponsor us, please do it. You probably won't want to after I take you to the bank after this weekend. But they did their little 100 to 1 odd special at the start of the year. We can chuck $10 on it. Fuck, I'm getting close, and I'm about to go on holidays, so that extra $1,000 before going overseas would go a long way. It'd be fucking nice. Yeah, can't complain. Did you get on that one?
No, I did not.
Missing out, lad.
Have they been offering you cash out for it, or was that just weeks ago? What is your cash out at the moment?
No, they haven't. They don't offer a cash out on it, and they haven't given me another chance for a bit, but it was after we beat the Storm. I think like a day or two later, I got all these texts being like, "Oh, you can cash out now for $150," and I was like, "You're fucking looking scared, boys. You a bit worried?" And I was like, "Fuck, no chance. I'm riding this thing all the way." So no, they haven't offered any other cash outs yet, and we're so close to it now. The next thing though. So I don't know. I'll have to pull the clip of it and have it ready to go.
So this is tattoo talk, isn't it?
It's tattoo talk. Yep. So we made a bet X amount of weeks ago that if Broncos
this was
make
Magic
the grand
Round. This was that Magic Round when we were talking the retro on the streets of Caxton. That's when it was.
No, it wasn't that. No, we did it in a video as well. It might have been when all the boys grew the goatees.
Right.
For Origin, I think it was around there in Game 3 that we did this. But we made the bet if Broncos make the grand final and Shibasaki scores, that you'll get a goatee tattoo. So
yes, I will get a goatee. I will get a goatee tattoo, and if we can somehow get, I feel like we need to send this to Billy Walters since he's seen our stuff before, because I don't think Shiba has.
He doesn't have social media, or not Instagram anyway.
So you might have to clip this up and send this to Billy Walters. Billy, if the Bronx boys win the grand final and Shiba does cross any time for the Bronx, are you able to get him to give me a little signature underneath said goatee tattoo that I'll be getting? Shout out to you.
I think we can try to make that happen.
I think we could probably make that work.
We can make that work. For starters, I don't care how they do it. Get Billy into 18th man. But what was I going to say? Something about...
Get that man a
Oh,
ring.
yeah. Speaking of Billy Walters, I don't know if you've seen yet, him and his brother started like their own cap company, hat company.
Oh, cat. I was going to say, they're chippies as well.
Yeah. But they've got like their Walters caps, and they look pretty sick as well. So it looks like they're about to start selling them. So, but if you need some people to wear some caps on a podcast, we'll happily do that for you. They basically live on our head for one reason or another. Chippy to chippy, actually, since Tom's a chippy as well.
Yeah,
so
shout
Walters caps, Walters hats, whatever it might be under.
Walters brothers?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, they actually look a bit fire, don't they?
Yeah, they actually look pretty dope. Not just like blowing fucking smoke up your ass. They do look really, really cool.
There's
the
a Billy.
difference.
There's one called the Billy and the Jack. So
Yep. So yeah, if you can organise, if everything works out, if we can organise a Sheba signature, and again, I'll buy hats. I'll probably buy one anyway. Not gonna lie, but you know, if you need some guys to wear some hats, we'll do that for you too. So yeah, I'm so keen for that. But I don't know about you, Tom. And we spoke about our spider senses, our Broncos premiership senses tingling, like around that Storm game where we're like, you know what, there's a bit to this. And getting past Penrith, I like the wave of anxiety's gone. Like, yes, bit nervous, grand final, whatever, but I do not feel the same fuck that I do coming up against Storm. I don't know about you.
no, I feel like you said, you've probably noted it most all season. Storm have been vulnerable. And do you know when they are most vulnerable, I believe? Off the back of an easy win.
Yes.
And I feel like that was an easy win against Cronulla because they seem to love rolling over teams and then coming out and losing to the likes of Manly or the Roosters.
You make a very good point. Yeah, maybe I've just got an eye for it, Tom, an eye for weakness in the rugby league world. But yeah, I've been banging on for it for ages. But yeah, I don't know. And, you know, we saw it. People make of it however you want. But like that first game that we played when all of our boys went down with bloody hamstring injuries. Yes, they ended up winning like 22 or whatever. Like, but yes, we lost all those players. Confidently, and everyone's pretty much said the same thing, like Broncos were 100% in that arm wrestle, if not starting to turn the tides in their way. And then, you know, beating them in round 27, yes, Hughes went down, but we were missing Reno, Ezra, like it was a shit show for us. And that was kind of just that ticking point where it's like, okay, we can really go, and we shut them down and we managed to, I don't know, I feel like our styles, similar to like where Broncos are probably one of the only teams that are going to do Penrith in, we might be one of the only ones that can do the Storm in as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've got a fair bit of confidence actually coming into this one that like we can definitely go with them and get it done. And you know what else I fucking love about rolling into this week, Tom? We get a throbbing, hot, rested Paddy Carrigan back into the team too. Because fuck,
I
good luck with that.
I am awfully pissed off about the fact that Melbourne have got 2 extra days off rest. Like I would have been fine if we played Saturday night, which I feel like it should have been since the AFL Grand Final was done at like fucking 5.
Literally.
So why did we not just kick off at 7? I don't get that. Anywho, moving on.
But no.
Yeah, rested Paddy Carrigan. After, like, you already touched on it, Smoothie had a great game in the 13. So it'd be interesting to see whether he somehow retains a spot in the 17 this week or he might be 18th man.
Yeah, I feel like he might be 18th man. Part of me is like, is he going to go Cobbo in the 18th man?
No, you can't.
Yeah, I don't know. He can cover a few spots, but yeah, I feel like Smoothie's probably locked that up. Like, I saw, who was talking about it? Might have been Maddie and Cooper Johns potentially. Don't quote me on any of it, but they were saying that Tulty probably be the one to drop out. I'm like, no chance.
No chance
Do
he
not
drops
drop that man out. Like I swear still he's not made a single error since he's played for the Broncos. Like I can't remember one. I can't remember a drop ball. I can't remember a penalty. Like dude just goes on, does a job.
So what was our team this week? I'm going to be so off it if hold on, sorry.
No, you're right. But well, both of these teams though, you said like they're looking for redemption, both of them. But I think Brisbane.
I just need to look at our team from this week because, like, obviously Carrigan Carrigan comes back in, quite obviously. Team stats, player stats with team list, bro. Right, so all that's a lock as it is. Reese, Carapani, Starks, Shiba, Dean Mariner, Renault, Corey Jensen, Pags, Haas, Pickera, Ricky, Smoothie. So Smoothie's out for Carrigan.
Yep.
Do you think Ezra will start on the bench again?
Nah, I think he starts.
Ezra starts, you reckon?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be the only thing.
Pakes goes to 14. Yeah. Right, so they're all locked anyway. They're all locked anyway.
There, but
Kobe Hetherington, lock. Xavier Wilson, lock.
Yep.
Ben Telty, like, I don't know how... He only played 11 minutes. I can't believe that. But he had a couple of good hit-ups, I will say.
You can't take Telty out.
You can't take Telty out, especially for Smoothie. I don't think you can.
No, we need a big boy. We need a big boy. To be fair, there was that game that Smoothie did start.
He started
prop. I think that was the Doggies.
It was the Doggies.
But I'd prefer Talty. No offense, Smoothie.
One person who I really do think should be like 19th man, Hesse Arthurs. I feel like that man deserves a ring.
Yeah, I think so, especially being there. But like I was saying, though, like both of these teams looking for redemption, but Broncos, I feel like, just have far more hunger and fire for it. Like, the way that we lost ours compared to Penrith beating Storm. And fucking Storm, you've been there every other year anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be right. Fuck yes. Just
quite literally.
let us have one too. But the ultimate thing, like, coming full circle here is the Ben Hunt redemption arc. 10 years later, after the 2015 Grand Final, like, if we get one up for Dozer, fuck me. Like, he needs to be up there with Renault pulling that trophy up. Like, that's got to be the way to go.
Yeah. It is an all-time redemption story if Ben Hunt can get this done. That's like there's no ifs or buts about it. There needs to be a KO documentary on it.
Yeah, there's no better fairy tale. I reckon I'd be in tears nearly if we get it done, or even more so if Doze was the one with like the winning play, similar to that Canberra game, like slots a fucking field goal or scores a runaway try or something. Like, that would just be, frame it, print it. That's it. Like, it'd be amazing. And then you got fucking, I don't know if you've seen, like, we got Paddy coming back in, but you got Stefano from Storm out there chatting shit, being like, don't actually lock a couple of those Broncos players. Can't wait to run it, then run over them and all this. It's like, I saw someone comment, they're like, mate, you'd be lucky if you got in line to bloody tie Paddy Carrigan's shoes. You're not even getting anywhere near Payne Haas. And Payne Haas come back and he's like, let's see what happens out on the field, then. See if you're still talking all that now. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah. See if you're still talking all that shit with your mouth. We're the boys from New South.
But I was talking about it with a friend from work today about New South Welshmen that get rugby league, and we came to the conclusion that there's a very short list. So the list, probably top of the list, you've got your Payne Haas and your Joey Johns, I'd say. They're two. I'd give it to them. They get rugby league. Madge would be another one on there. He gets rugby league football. And maybe the G Train. I'd maybe give it to the G Train. Outside of that, might be out of options. That might be it. Exhausted.
Yeah, don't know.
That's about it. But yeah, no, I reckon, like, if you look at these teams across the park, like, I reckon talent-wise, we match up with them. When, like, that spine of theirs is dangerous. Harry Grant, how the fuck we're going to shut him down, don't know. But I reckon the others, like, you can deal with it. And it kind of comes back to what Reese was saying the other day, like, okay, cool, like, how are they going to deal with us? Because if you get, like, a fired-up Stags, Walsh starts clicking, Ezra another week under his belt, like, it could look a lot like round 27, I reckon, honestly.
I wonder if they will really explore their options this week, because they kept trying to go down Penrith's right edge, like our left edge, Penrith's right edge, because that's been so successful for us the last however long. Like, that's the edge we've been attacking week after week. Left edge. And they just kept shutting us down. And as soon as we started to go into the side that, Casey McLean and all that was on, and Toe, they looked awfully vulnerable going on that right edge. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see him explore a few options this week on their edges. And I reckon there might be a couple of the trick plays close to the line, like with Xavier. That was a little trick play. And, Katoni Staggs against Canberra, because I feel like one of those is what could you win you a grand final.
I'd want to see Katoni coming back in, like roaming off his edge would be good. Speaking actually of Walsh and the way that they didn't go down that side, Penrith, since that grand final, I reckon have been maybe up the well, I'd go Penrith and Doggies, have probably been the two best teams at actually shutting Reece down, doing those sweeping plays down the right edge or down our left. Like they just figured out a way to shut him down, where I still think a few other teams haven't, and I don't think Storm have got that same kind of like they're godly in defense, but I just don't think they've got that yet. And I want to see Broncos, because I think I was listening to Bloke in a Bar, and they were saying about like Hughes barely had to make that many tackles in comparison to other players. And yes, obviously the guys around him are going to put up a lot of numbers trying to protect him or to get in the way. But we got Brendan Piakura who's going to be running at him, and I want to see. The name's escaping me, but have you seen the clips from back in the day? And there was a fella from the Warriors. I think he wore headgear.
I know you're talking about the big head duck on him. Yeah,
and he just galloped flat out at people. That's what I want to see from Brendan Piakura running straight at Traham Hughes this weekend. I want to see him maybe headgear on, knowing the head knocks, and just winding up flat out at him, and just all right, let's test out that arm. Is what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to
100%.
see him galloping.
But nonetheless, I think it's going to be an awfully close game, because I think they're two very evenly poised teams. But yeah, I think the Broncos can get it done. I'm more confident in this than what I am against us playing Penrith. So, which I think speaks volumes. So yeah, give me Broncos 1-12, and Shibber's going to cross any time to give me a tattoo.
Yes, sir. 1-12, obviously. I think it is.
Maybe I
could
tee up with a tattoo shop for Shibasaki to give me the Shibasaki tattoo.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
That'd be a piss up.
Maybe not a Sunday sesh Shibasaki coming through to give me a tattoo.
Mad Monday Shibasaki coming through.
Oh, Christ. We need to make this happen, though. We'll figure something out. Like, as it's been getting closer, I've been getting more and more excited about this, going, oh, fuck, this could actually happen here. I'm not even worried about the grand. I just want to see you get a Shibasaki tattoo. That's going to go well. But yeah, try scorers for me, I think Reece. Reece has got to be there. And then you Clive, Tom. Last but not least, who's getting it? In a winning Broncos side, who's getting it?
Got to be Reece, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going with him. Like, my heart, I'd love to see those to get it, but I can't see someone, like, if we're going to win that. You know, actually, second in line, well, no. There's probably three. Reece, Payne Haas, if he fucking does anything like he's done the last few weeks. Katoni Staggs, he's another one.
Do you know who I reckon's a little smoky for it? I need to have a look at the odds right now. Because the boy has been known to play a bit of a grand final before. Broncos $2.10 outsiders for NRL Grand Final. Clive Churchill medal. Here we go. At $26 of money.
What do we
Ezra
got?
Mam.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, that's not terrible, actually. That's worth a couple bucks just throw on it. Yeah, I could see Katoni Staggs putting a couple holes through people, though, and scoring a couple meat pies. But
Wait, there's no market for Tyson Smoothie. What's going on here?
they know something that we don't.
Ben Tulty, but Tulty Jensen, Hedrington, $151. Give me Ben Tulty. 2 try scorer, Ben Tulty.
That's the op. Let's go. But I think that pretty much brings us to the end of it, really, doesn't it? Unless you've got too much else to touch on. That might
pretty
be
much
us.
last NRL podcast for the year, so...
Well, you'll be away, actually, so I'll have the review. I'm going to be away for basically all the Pacific Championships. And maybe even the Ashes, so we might not have too much. We're going to be... Well, I'll be here next week, and then we might have a little break while I'm on holiday, and then we've got a couple rounds of cricket, and then we're back in the rugby league. It comes up really quickly, but up the Bronx.
Go the Bronx.